In this video, I'll teach you how to solve this 5x5 Rubik's Cube. Before we get into this video, you should know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube and the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. If you haven't already, please check out the video up there or in the description. Comment below if you have any questions, if you need help with your solve for 5x5, and smash that like button. Okay, let's go to the tutorial. Alright, first we're going to start making the white center. So we're going to make the 3x1 block. So here we have 1 and 2. We can find another middle piece in the middle center right here. We can move that to the side and then bring this back up. So we have this 3x1 block, and now we just gotta get this one and this one done. For the outside layers, we can see that we can connect these two pieces like that, and then find another white. We can move that to the top and then put that middle center there. And to bring it to the top, we're going to make sure both 3x1 blocks are vertical to each other and then move this up. And do this for the last white row as well. Now we have the 3x3 white center. We want to solve the yellow center, so directly across from it. So we already have this 2x1 block again, but we can find a middle block like this. We can move this up to complete the 3x1 block and then move this to the side so we can put the white center back, and then this 3x1 block will be made. Now to make the outside blocks, we find this 2x1 block. We can move it to the side like that and then bring this up so it connects. And to bring this to the top face, we want to swipe it up, move that out of the side, and then bring this white back down. So here we have 1 and 2 rows without messing up the white center. To move this up, we don't want to move it to an open slot. We want a complete block, and we move this up, move this out of the way, and then bring this back down. So we have the yellow and the white center done. After that, we want the yellow and white on the side, and then start solving another center. So let's say the blue one. We have this 2x1 block, and I see a middle layer, middle block right here. We can turn it like that, turn this way, so when we bring this down it connects. So we have the 3x1 block, and you want it to face it vertical, so whenever we turn these layers it won't mess this one up. Then you would make the 3x1 block for the side. So for this piece, if I want to connect these two, then I'll turn this one like that, move that down, and then here I can bring this middle layer up so it connects, move it to the side, and then connect the blue block like that. Now I want to go directly above it, so this is the orange center. We can see here a 2x1 block is made, and we can bring this down, connect it, move it vertical, and then bring it back up. And then we do this for the side too as well. So if I have a 3x1 block and I want to put it in the orange layer without messing blue, all I have to do is don't put it in the empty slot. Line it up with an already solved orange block, put it up, move this out of the way, and then bring it back like that. Now the last two centers. First you want to start solving this 3x1 green block. If you don't have it like this already, I'll start by making this one. So here I have 1, 2. I want this third center block. So I can find one right here, line it up, so connect it, move this out of the way, and then bring it back up. And then I do one of the outside corners. What I can do, I can move this up, connect this piece with it. So here, then I can move this right here, and then bring this piece up so it connects, move it over, and then bring it down. If you have this scenario, you can move this down to the bottom by putting this into the solve position, moving it twice out of the way, and then bringing this back up. So you should be done with all the centers, or you should have 2 more like this. Now we have to do a commutator move. What this is you have one piece here, one piece here, so we're gonna flip these together, and then all the other centers are solved. And this is not necessarily an algorithm, it's just some moves you have to remember, and it's quite easy to remember. So you have the last two centers here, front layer, top layer. You bring this one down like that, move this out of the way, bring the middle one down, just the middle one, and then move this back to that side. Put this layer up, move the middle back, and then put this up, like that. If you have a corner centerpiece like that, make sure you line them up next to each other. Then you're going to do a similar thing. So you're going to move this piece where it has to go down, move this out of this layer, so now it's here. Move this down, put the front face back, move this layer back up, and then F prime, move this back. So now all 6 centers should be solved. Now we're going to move on to the edges. Similar to the 4x4, we want to find these edge pieces. We know this has to go in this layer because it will be directly across from this and like that. And then when we connect it, it should be lining up like that. So now we got to find the middle piece. The middle piece of green and white is here. So we want this to be right here, but we can't just put it like that because green and green, this will be flipped. What we can do is use that flipping algorithm. The flipping algorithm is R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R. So now this is flipped. Slice the middle center so that all 3 comes together like this. Keep in mind yellow and white are the top and bottom. And then we can move this to the top layer, bring an unsolved piece in there, and then bring this back. And then align the top layer again. And then we keep repeating that for each edge pieces. Once you have all but 2 edges, you might be done at this stage, but you might have 2 more edge piece left to solve. Left on this cube, you would have to do the flipping algorithm. So this piece has to go here while this piece has to go here. So what I want to do when I want to slice, I don't want this to be complete. So I can do an R2 and then slice it from the bottom layer. So when I flip this, this piece will be here and then the orange and yellow piece can come back. So from here, this will be front face, right corner. Do the flipping algorithm, R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, and then do reslice it. So now this might be flipped, but the blue and white edge is solved. So we have one more edge, and this is the exact parity algorithm as the 4x4, the OLL parity algorithm, and then you would do this. So RW2 moves 2 layers, B2, U2, LW, U2, RW prime, U2, RW, U2, F2, RW, F2, LW prime, B2, RW2. And that flipped the edges. And now you have all 12 edges solved, and you just solve it like a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. This time you won't have any parity, which is good and nice. And that's it. Congratulations on your 5x5. Since you know 2x2, 3x3, 4, now you know 5, you can move on to hopefully bigger cube. There's no more algorithm for those big cubes, so even if you're solving this 17x17, you don't need to know any more algorithm. Just do the same thing. Get the centers, the edges, OLL parity, and PLL parity if you have an even number, like 6x6, 8x8, and 10x10. And then you should be set with 6x6 and up. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like me to see. With this 5x5 solved, you'll be able to solve, like I said, the 6x6, 7x7 using the same method, just with more pieces, and you'll be off and solving bigger cubes in the future. Alright, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys later.